What's one of the biggest things or something that you got him out of trouble with that you can say?
I'm going to tell you. We were on trial one time. All right? I'm representing Joe. He's on trial. All right. We're up in court and we're in the middle of a trial. We take a recess. I'm his attorney at this time. I'm all dressed up nice. I got my suit on. We go in a back room. And I knew the defendant in the case from previously. So I knew what this guy could do. And he was just getting under Joe's skin. And now we're in the back room, private room like this. He starts boom! Punches a hole in the wall. And in the courthouse.
Oh my gosh.
I said, what the fuck did you just do?
How am I supposed to defend you?
Little Hulk smash moment.
Oh my God. And well, not the Hulk, he's like a miniature Hulk.
Yeah. Well, he's in green today.
Right? So I'm like, what are we? Seriously, bro? I said, the officer had to hear us.
Yeah.
So I took a bookcase and we put the bookcase in front of the hole in the wall.
Genius.
Right? And that was it. Then we left.
Yeah.
That's one of the times I had to come.
And how was that case solved?
We
won.
It took a little while.
It took a while, but we won. That's
Happy
why,
for you guys.
Yeah, right. It was a tough one. Guy was a shady guy.
Yes, he was. He was very shady.
Shady motherfucker.
Yeah, so
it
sucks when you're
said it.
good and somebody's shady, and then you get mad, you get angry,
And
Because
that's one thing about listen. Joe's probably the most publicly known of all of us here. All right, of the guys on the show. And the thing is, you do anything, whatever you do, God forbid it's like slightly wrong or even out of the ordinary, it's exacerbated. It's like 10 times.
Yeah.
Right.
It's always 10 times.
Well, can we talk about some of the stories at BravoCon then?
Wasn't that a good transition?
Yeah.
I helped you out with that one.
You did. That was a layup right there.
There was one headline where you were referred to as unhinged.
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 Which I said
which
was
one?
which I said was like you. You know what I mean? Like it's okay.
It was just like I saw some clips and we could watch. We weren't there, but we saw some videos. I'm like, I was like, that's just Joe's passionate. Like I felt like unhinged was kind of a wild word to use.
Because I also think unhinged is always bad in people's eyes, where it's like some people are just a little unhinged and maybe it's in a funny way or a passionate way, but when you just hear unhinged, it's like, ooh, bad news.
Yeah, but I wasn't unhinged in any which way.
Yeah.
I don't know the incident they were talking about. I just listen. I wear my heart on my sleeve.
Very passionate.
I'm passionate and I'm real.
I feel you.
And I just talk. Yes. And when I want to, I don't talk a lot. I really don't. I hold a lot of things in. But when I do talk,
you have to laugh. Talk a lot?
It doesn't.
No, but
really. Joe. Not only we're all laughing at that one.
I just talk on a comedy stage now. That's why I like to do comedy. I like to talk, and I let it out on stage.
You don't mean that you talk about like people's drama or whatever?
Yeah, I never talk. I don't get people's business. I don't.
Come on. I love the guy. That's so much bullshit.
I keep fishing for him to say it because it's funnier every time.
No, I only talk about it because if I'm working on a show
4 times a day, I only talk about it because.
He's like, I only talk about it when people ask me.
Exactly.
I give him an answer
all the time.
No. You know how much people. You know how many times I'm talked about for no reason, and so I just sit there and I walk away 1,000 times. So that one time I speak, then like, oh my God, this is what he said. Yeah, well, what the fuck? I've been holding that shit in for how long?
Yeah.
You know,
was BravoCon a positive experience for you guys? Did you have fun, or was it a lot?
I absolutely did.
I mean,
I agree. Joe works hard. All right, they worked. I gotta be honest with you, they worked us hard. We thought we were gonna go to have some fun. No, they had.
We heard from other people the schedules. We were like, holy crap, that's
11
insane.
o'clock at night, we're getting back to the hotel, and you're worn out. You really are worn out. Overall, I thought it was a great experience. I love it. I love interacting with the fans. I love it.
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, I was on the phone with a main producer yesterday because we're doing some show together coming up next week for Bravo, and they were like, listen, we're getting all these great things about you at BravoCon. You were amazing with the fans and how you just jumped in. I was just jumping in crowds. It wasn't my appearance, but I just was.
But he doesn't talk a lot.
What happened was, we missed one of our picture, me and Melissa, we missed our appearance.
Oh, you're missed. Okay.
They brought us in late. We were held up at another event. So people were waiting online for 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
We were there for 10 minutes. We had to get pulled to another event on stage. So I felt like there was 400 or 500 people waiting online.
Yeah.
I felt like shit.
Yeah,
I was so
Yep.
I felt terrible. So
Yeah,
then
he
after
did.
that,
I gotta be honest with you, he did. He came to me on that. He goes, "I feel horrible." It wasn't his fault though, because they had him over time
Right.
on something else.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
so now I took it to another level. I was just walking through curtains and open them, and there was John. I run out and take 1,000 pictures and just keep on doing that.
Just bounce around.
because I felt bad. I didn't, I don't, people were there, 2-hour wait, and then they couldn't.
So many people waited around like all day. It was amazing just to see people that I went to high school with or whatever post on their
Did you
Instagram
really, right?
stories, and I'm like, oh, they went to BravoCon. Like people
Bravo.
are just
Everybody loved it.
so
So many people.
fucking
waited.
obsessed.
14,000 people.
If you ever came from the hotel to the venue and back and forth, and when you got off at the venue or the hotel, you got the barricades with all the people behind them.
Yeah.
And that's why when I got off, and my girlfriend was with me the whole time there, she's like, "Oh my God, isn't it tiring?" I stop. I go say hello to everybody, and he does it. Joe does as well.
Yeah.
If they're sitting there for hours, come on, the least you could do is go over and take pictures, hug them, and everything else.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Where did you meet your girlfriend?
I trained her.
Okay.
I was training her. She was in the bodybuilding shows. Well, at that time, bikini shows, and for about 6
He's
years.
a dirty doggy. That's all he does. He trains her and then he gets the girl. I mean,
I was gonna- that's very
You're the
stereotypical.
teacher. You don't do that. Not the students.
I didn't. I can't control her feelings, her desires. What do you want me to do? All right. You know?
How does she feel about the show and everything?
She loves the show. All right.
She's
And,
awesome.
yeah, she really is. She's
Right.
so optimistic. She's so laid back, but she got thin skin. So production has been asking to get her on the show for the last couple seasons.
Yeah.
And she won't go on because she got thin skin, and she didn't want to be the one that the rest of the world thinks is the reason Dolores and I are not together.
Right.
All right. So, but
Very
this,
fair, because
Right.
that is like
Yeah.
everybody who
And because
watches.
you guys are close, everyone always
Right,
wants roots for
exactly,
you guys.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
There
but
were
she-
600 other women before her. So
Yeah.
they were the reason.
someone did come up to her, and it's funny because someone did say to her, "Well, aren't you worried about what about Frank's past?" All right, and her answer, it was funny. She saw it on Instagram, but she didn't take it up herself. She was basically, she was like, "I was in kindergarten in Frank's past."
Yeah.
She goes, I could really care less. All right.
Yeah.
But no, she's good. So we started dating. We've been together now for a little over 3 years.
Yeah.
All right. But she's known Dolores for 10.
Yeah.
Right? So, and this year she did. She came on the show a few times this year.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
So
she's
we're-
sweet.
we're gonna
She's
see her
awesome.
next year.
Yeah.
She's beautiful. I was just, as we were walking up, I was like, I love Brittany.
You love her.
I really do.
Okay,
Yeah.
Continue. Go ahead. And I don't understand what she's doing with you. That's what you said. As we're walking here.
I go, poor girl, man.
Right?
She doesn't even know what she's into.
It's been a couple years now, though.
Yes,
so
it is.
So
Yes.
it's working.
Absolutely.
And she and Dolores get along, and
Absolutely.
everybody's.
100%.
What's your relationship status like with Dolores' significant other?
Much better.
Better?
Honestly,
Okay.
much better. It's yeah.
Joe.
But Paulie's Irish.
Yeah.
He's not.
Clash. Hey.
He's not a loving Italian.
There's a lot. It's very funny because
honestly,
there's
it is-
so many from where we grow up, there's so many Irish Catholics and so many Italian, and it's like
Right.
so we have the friends and we see the relationships, and it is funny because it's the same for the guys.
Exactly
Like
right.
it's
It
You know?
is. It's
He's
so
not.
funny how, like, when you are, because we both are Italian Catholic
Yeah.
families, and like my parents' reactions to other people's families or relationships or things are like, how are they doing that? I'm like, not everybody's like us. I don't know.
Exactly right.
I don't know how they're doing
And
that.
that's exactly the way Paulie. And all I wanted him to do is give me a chance. The more you're around Dolores and I, the more you'll see. Just it's nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
All right.
That takes some time.
It does. It
He'll
does.
be all right.
And
He's
it's
an
got-
old school guy.
Yeah.
He's got old school morals.
But it's gotten much better. It's gotten much
Yeah,
better.
because now he's realizing that he's all show. He's
Yeah.
nothing else. He's got nothing between his legs. He can't perform. He can't do anything. So I mean, he's getting to realize that. Look at this guy. He's a monster. But well, look, he barely can walk. He's old. Can't even get a hard on. He's the pump. So boy, he don't give a shit anymore.
We just
Oh
went over this
my
in the other room with the pump.
He's got a pump.
He loves to bring this up.
Fat
doesn't
cat.
he?
Fat
Yeah.
cat's got
Yeah.
the pump on his sneaker, right? He's got the same one.
Yeah. He's got the pump on his sneaker to make him taller.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes,
All right.
Frankie. Good one.
Yeah.